Good morning. Welcome back to Parsnips and Parsimony. I have been working on menu planning this week, and I'm going to take you guys along. I'll show you what I'm making this week on our family menu. I will put a link down in the description for Pinterest because I actually put a lot of those recipes on my Pinterest board. This was out and about doing my menu planning. I didn't have my cookbooks with me, so that's when you fall back to Pinterest, and I found some really good things. I'm going to finish making the oatmeal here, and then I'll show you everything that we're supposed to have this week for our meals. Here we go. Today would be Tuesday. We're just making oatmeal here. This afternoon I'm going to be making broccoli cheddar cheese soup. This is a low carb dish that I make, and I'll probably serve some toasted garlic bread along with that. But this is the one that I'm working on for tonight. This Mexican chicken casserole. It's on Pinterest, but I also have for tomorrow night a Tex-Mex casserole. You can tell my Mexican theme this week. Thursday, we're going to be doing leftovers. It's my birthday, so we're doing possibly brownie sundaes. My parents also said they would bring down some pie, so if I get around to brownie sundaes, I will. I found a really interesting recipe on Pinterest, Lunch Lady Brownies, so I pinned that on my board as well. Then on Friday, I have a sausage and green bean casserole. That sounded really, really good, so I pinned that as well. And then lastly, for Saturday, I have egg roll in a bowl, also on Pinterest. Okay, let's see. There's the Lunch Lady Brownies. There it is, Mexican chicken casserole. That's what we're supposed to have tonight. Ooh, that looks good. Doesn't that look good? I gotta see. Oh, I actually made one of her recipes the other day. It was really, really good. Okay, hang on, bear with me here. I gotta scroll to the bottom to find the recipe. Okay, we have 3 cups of tortilla chips to have that. I need black beans, cooked chicken, cumin, cream of chicken soup, rotel tomato, shredded jack, medium cheddar, 1 tomato, cilantro, jalapenos. Oh, well, that's easy. So I need to get my chicken out to cook that, and I need to start my black beans for tonight. So I'll start with those 2 things. If you've never done black beans in the Instant Pot, it is by far my favorite way. Excuse me, Mary. Favorite way to do my black beans. I do them all the time like this. Easy way to remember it. Thank you. Turn it up. Thank you. Is 3 cups of black beans, 3 cups of water, 30 minutes. So it's 3, 3, 3, or it's actually 1 pound of beans, but that's 3 cups. So 3 cups of black beans, 3 cups of water, 30 minutes, natural pressure release on the Instant Pot, and salt them after you're done with them. They come out perfect every time, and they're perfect for casseroles, and they're so easy. I can just forget about everything.
My favorite casserole. Beans. Is this beans?
It's already on 30 minutes, and that's it. Let's see, that is, what, 2 pounds? No, 5 pounds. I'm not going to need that much, but I will probably cook everything and then freeze some of this once it's cooked. I have not done a major grocery shopping trip 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I've honestly lost track of how many weeks it's been since I've done a major grocery shopping trip. I've been picking up some fruits and vegetables and things like that, but just living off of what we have is just worked a little bit easier for me right now, particularly with gardening season and everything going on. But that being said, I am trying to plan my menu this week around what I have in the pantry. I'll be back. I'm going to feed the kids, and then we're going to get this chicken boiling away and get that set for tonight. We've cleaned up after breakfast. It is now lunchtime. We actually worked on school this morning. The beans are all done. They look really, really good. So those are all set to make my dinner. The chicken is, I've almost got that thawed out. And then for lunch today, we're doing broccoli soup. So there that is. I had gotten some packages of broccoli marked down at, hello, granola. Should we make granola? All right. A couple weeks ago, last week or 2 weeks ago, I had picked up some marked down broccoli at my grocery store. And that was really convenient for making the soup today. And then we also have leftover bread that I'm making into toast. I'm going to cook that in just a second, and we're going to have lunch all done. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. It doesn't say to add any seasoning to the chicken, but I know my kids, and they like things really flavorful. I like things really flavorful. So this is just cumin, salt, and pepper. Go ahead and let that finish mixing up there. I think that's going to taste really, really, really good with that mix in. And I'm working on dinner. You guys probably guessed that by now. If I've been showing you all my food. But I'm going to put you here in the cupboard for a second. Ah, perfect. Let's see if the door cannot close on you guys. And the next thing, chips. They said you can use like Doritos. This is all I had was tortilla chips. So I'm going to crush them up and then put them in the bottom of I'm using a bigger pan. It's not the 9x13. They said a 9x13. I'm doing, what is it, 10x15. Whoops, it's closing on me. Look how easy that is in the KitchenAid. Back to my chips here. Just going to crunch those up a little bit. And I'm going to say that's good. About that much. The rest will go on the top. The kids will love that. Yum. The recipe calls for 1 15-ounce can of beans. I'm, again, not measuring. I'm just going to actually sprinkle and cover the whole bottom of this with beans just because I've got more people than the recipe says. And I'm going to just fill up on a lot of beans and chicken on this recipe. The recipe is in the description below if you want to see the actual real live recipe and not my version of it. You can go ahead and check that out. Okay, I think that's just about good. And then we'll top the chicken on top of that.
Yeah.
You'll notice that I have both my hands available. Many thanks to Art helping film so I could do this.
Yeah, I came home from work and I'm holding the camera.
Thank you, Art. Okay, now I think I pour the tomatoes. I think that's next. So it calls for Rotel tomatoes. All Aldi has is diced tomatoes with green chilies. I presume it's the same thing. I've actually never bought real live Rotel tomatoes. Have you? I bet your mom has.
I don't think I've ever heard of them.
Rotel tomatoes?
Yes.
Usually you mix them with, yeah, you know. You can read my mind, right?
No?
Mix it with Velveeta.
Okay.
And you make that, like, queso dip.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that uses Rotel. And I think this is, like, the same thing. This is the Aldi version of Rotel. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, I gotta go get the cheese. That's down in the basement. It called for a couple different varieties of cheese. I don't have it. I'm just using the Fiesta blend from Walmart. I'll sprinkle that over. As you can tell, I'm not following measurements here. Just pour some on. I think that looks good. What do you think?
Looks good to me.
Okay, and then we'll top with the chips and bake it. I guess that looks about right. That's it. Let's bake this. It's about 30 minutes, 350, until it's bubbly. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Ooh, that looks really good. That is all done. Yeah, all done. Are you hungry? Good morning. Today on my menu I have a crockpot taco soup recipe. It's a trim healthy mama recipe that I found on Pinterest here, and I'll show you guys. It looks really good here. There it is. It's a taco soup. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of use this recipe as a base. Let's see, there it is. Not following it exactly. You guys should know I don't necessarily ever follow recipes to a T, but that's what I have on the menu for this morning for lunch. And then tonight is a Tex-Mex casserole. Now, my broccoli cheese soup that I made yesterday was a smashing success with 70%, 80% of the people, and there were no leftovers. And then last night, my Mexican chicken casserole was also a really big hit. We did have some leftovers. Yay, leftovers for the win, because I have leftovers scheduled for tomorrow night. So I was happy to have leftovers. But I'm going to be using this leftover chicken broth here that I used for the chicken yesterday instead of bone broth that they powdered that they suggested. Just using what I have on hand instead of using something special. I already pulled my hamburger out. It's got to thaw a little bit more. Pulled that out of the freezer this morning. And this has been what I've been really focusing on April, which is menu planning. And even though it takes time, definitely time, to put the menu together, I'm liking having at least the plan, so by the time I get to lunch or dinner, I'm not going, what I'm going to have. You know, that's a big deal for me, particularly when I have 9 other mouths that need to eat, and if I don't have food together, it just makes for a chaotic family. So that's my April goal. Let me know what your goals are. Do you guys have monthly goals, things you're working on, things you're improving on? Share over at the community page what you guys are working on, because often when I hear your ideas, it inspires me to have something for next month to work on. And also, if you're new here, welcome to our channel. Please be sure to subscribe and share us with our friends. My meat's done. I'm going to get cooking with that. Hello, Mr. B. Soup is all done. A couple of chunks of the cream cheese didn't dissolve, but that's okay. I threw a bunch of black beans in there, and then I also have some cornbread for kiddos. And I also made some sesame seed cookies for a treat after lunch. So tonight for dinner we were supposed to have Tex-Mex casserole, but for lunch I had the cornbread with lunch, and it just felt like dinner was going to be too much like a repeat for dinner was going to be a repeat of lunch. So I ended up taking the last 2 chicken breasts that I boiled yesterday for our dinner and turned it into like a chicken and biscuits. There it is. It's not exactly what I envisioned, but I think it's going to be good.
Yum.
Kids are hungry, very hungry. It is. It's like a pie. So I think that's the beauty about menu planning, is being able to plan, but then if you want to make changes, you can make changes. And in this case, I just used what I had on hand to make something else for dinner. But I'm going to end this video here. We're going to continue on with the menu for the rest of the week. If you aren't following me on Pinterest, links down in the description. You can check that out. You can see what we're eating this week and all of the recipes that I've pinned to the menu planning board to give you guys some inspiration. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you are having a fabulous day, and we'll see you for our next video. Bye!